Monsoon coverage on this ABC 15 weather action night. We've got a lot on the radar even at this hour. Storms kind of blowing up in the East Valley just over the last 30 to 45 minutes. And a new severe thunderstorm warning has been issued for parts of the East Valley as well. This is for wind gusts over 60 miles per hour, which could potentially cause damage. It's in effect until 9:30 tonight. On top of that, we still have the flash flood warning in effect for Apache Junction and areas farther northeast until 10 o'clock tonight. These storms really kicking out some heavy downpours and enough to lead to another flood advisory for Queen Creek and areas south of there toward Blackwater. That is in effect till late tonight as well. We still have a bit of hail, it looks like, showing up on the radar here. That is the silver on this radar imagery here. I'm going to go ahead and circle it there. So these areas where you see the pops of kind of a grayish silver color, that's the radar picking up on hail. And it's been about penny to nickel size with some of these storms tonight. As we take a little bit of a broader look across the East Valley, I'm going to rip off some of these watches, warnings, advisories, etc., just to declutter the map a bit. You can see the heaviest rain right now near Santan Village and stretching down into Queen Creek. We've also got some heavy downpours along the 60. It was really coming down earlier near Val Vista Lakes. Now that has transitioned a little bit farther to the east. There's that live look from the 60 in Gilbert right now. You can still see that we've got a lot of rain on the roadway there. But again, the heaviest stuff, as we showed you on ABC 15 Desert Doppler, a little bit farther to the east right now out near Superstition Springs. Let's go back to ABC 15 Desert Doppler as we take a look a little bit farther to the north up toward Falcon Field, Usery Mountain Park. That's where we have a few more of those heavier downpours in the orange and red on the color scheme. Again, this area has already seen a lot of rain, enough for that flash flood warning, and radar estimates are at up to 2.5 inches in some spots between Apache Junction and Saguaro Lake. So it's a lot of rain pouring down, leading to that runoff. We also have a few new storms trying to fire up in the West Valley right now, although they're not looking very promising. The one in Surprise already starting to weaken. The stuff in Goodyear also pushing to the south and weakening at this hour. And the areas up to the north that are seeing new development, these storms over the next hour will be pushing to the south again. So if you're watching us from the North Valley, we may see a little bit more in that part of the Phoenix Metro here, Javier, in the next couple of hours. But it's a lot of rain on the roadways here tonight.
It really is. But we were on air at 7 o'clock tonight, and we saw an abundance of outages with SRP in the far East Valley looking at toward Apache Junction right now. They've really been making quick work of getting this power restored. So as of right now, right off the US 60 at Meridian, we have an outage of about 1,500 customers there. We're looking at from Mountain to San Marcos, 16th Avenue to Guadalupe. They were supposed to have this power outage restored by 8:35 tonight. I'm guessing some of that rain has hampered their efforts right now. But again, this board on the SRP outage board was covered with lots of outages, upwards of 4,000-5,000. As of right now, we're looking at maybe less than 2,000 in some areas, and then you get out into far Mesa, and you're looking at Haas Road to Ellsworth, Main to Broadway, and there's only about 17 customers there. You go into the metropolitan Phoenix area, and just west of the area, one of the areas that was hit pretty hard yesterday. There's still some outages out there. When you look just north of the I-10, you have about 34 customers impacted. That's at 59th Avenue to 55th Avenue, Thomas to McDowell. That was an area that was hit very hard last night. And then just south of the I-10, you got about 7 customers that are impacted. That's 55th Avenue to 47th Avenue, McDowell to Van Buren. Some of this stuff is expected to be restored very soon. So we're watching this very closely.
Yeah, we are. And thankfully, temperatures are dropping, on some of the outages that'll last for an hour or two. These are some of the same spots where we've dropped down into the 80s already. So that's good news out there as that cooler air helps provide a bit of relief when the power is out. We do want to take you back to ABC 15 Live Drive right now. Our live drive headed on the US 60 out to the East Valley, and they're capturing the rain pouring down from that severe thunderstorm that we have out there. The warning in effect until 9:30 tonight. You can see a lot of water on the highway there. people kind of tapping the brakes to slow down so they don't hydroplane. This is going to be an ongoing situation over the next couple of hours because the storms are really slow moving. So they're kind of back building a little bit. We're seeing rain still fall in areas and then kind of retrack over some of the same areas. And we still have some gusty winds that are flowing through Phoenix as well that may prompt new storms to form. Here's the radar over the last hour. I'm going to let this cycle back through so you can see the beginning. The storm's out to the east, the winds racing out ahead of it, this green line here. And we did see some dust associated with that. We had a dust alert issued earlier. It looks like the National Weather Service went ahead and let that go. But that line right now, as I zip you in and take a little bit of a closer look, is extending pretty much from the 101 in Scottsdale down into Ahwatukee. And so that's where we could see some blowing dust, and it will continue to push into the West Valley here. And some new storms may fire up. Oftentimes when these outflow boundaries come in, once they hit Piestewa Peak, Camelback, North Mountain Range, or even South Mountain, we could see new storms form as it goes up over that higher terrain. So we're going to stay on it here for you. I want to take you back just a little bit farther north because we are still watching those storms north of the valley starting to push down closer as well. We'll have updates for you coming up right after this break.